Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bella Lost Souls with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan, we covered Codenames before.
Yes. Now it's time for Codenames Duet.
Oh!
This is a two-player version of Codenames. That's basically
wait. Two-player?
Yeah, 2 players. As in one more than one and one less than 3.
That's true. Okay,
yes.
Codenames, we're familiar with that. It's a really fun game. I highly recommend it.
Yes.
All of my friends love playing it. What's different about this one?
This is actually now a cooperative version of Codenames. So it's 2 players, and they're each trying to get words off of their card. If you remember, there's the little mapped out card. So each one has a different side, and they're looking for the names on each side.
Okay.
So each player... While this is actually designed for a 2-player game, you can actually have more than 2 players. It's just a cooperative version of Codenames.
Okay, so instead of 2 teams squaring off, each side or each player would have like a group of names. They're each
trying to get the other person to guess.
Group of words. Okay, that
There's
makes
a lot
sense.
of fun things too. There's a mission map, which we'll go over in a second like that. But also all the pieces, as we'll go over in a second too, are compatible with the other games.
All right, well that sounds pretty cool. I'm excited about this one because, like I said, I loved Codenames.
Yeah,
so
very
Codenames
popular
Duet.
game too.
Let's take a look inside. Codenames Duet.
Yes.
The top secret co-op game.
Yes, co-op is the important part.
Yeah.
Here's the back.
Yeah, this is really cool that this is actually the same kind of game.
Yeah.
Except now it's 2 players.
Yeah.
And this kind of explains what the big change is, right?
Oh yeah.
So the objective is to contact 15 agents while avoiding the assassins.
Green agents, yeah.
The green agents, and you're on the same team.
You are on the same team, yeah.
So if Evan and I were playing, which we totally will later, let's say I go first. I've got 8 agents, and he has 7 agents, and we're trying to get the...
Yeah, exactly. It has the same map cards, except they're double-sided now, and you can only see one side of them, and the other person can see the other side. And they're, of course, the map of the layout, just like in the base game, if you've ever played it. And some of your cards, your green cards, could be, civilians for them and stuff like that. So it's really just a balance between the two.
Okay.
Box also comes with 400 new words, which are compatible with any of the other Codenames games.
Right, because it's just more words.
Yeah, it's just more words, which is great. And then it also has something, this is the map, what is it called? Mission maps, which are really cool. You can start somewhere and go, and it has different parameters for the game. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a campaign mode, if you will.
That's neat.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and open it up. Stop talking about it.
Yeah, get in there. Here we go.
All right. Here's the map cards. They are wider than the ones that came in the base game, but like I said, they're double-sided.
Yeah.
And for people who've never played code games before, you're gonna have a 5x5 layout of these word cards, and you're gonna have this map, and on the other side, your player will have the other.
What's cool about these is you can rotate them.
Yeah.
You can play them.
Oh yeah, there's an insane amount of different combinations you can get, not only from rotating this and having different ones, but also just the layout of the word cards.
The key thing here to note is that the green ones are the ones you're trying to get your. If this is my card, the green ones are the cards I'm trying to get my friend to pick.
Yes.
But we want to avoid the black cards as much as possible.
Yeah, those are the assassins. If your friend guesses the assassin, the game just ends.
Yep.
And then the beige ones, those are just civilians. If they guess that, it ends your turn, but you don't lose the game yet.
Yeah.
Word cards, we've seen these before from the other Codenames games.
They're top and bottom, so
yes.
you can see them from either side. So add a couple down there. So
the other same side is just the Codenames Duet. It's so you know which game it came from, so you don't confuse it with the base game.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, but it's a nice touch. Baggies, which we always appreciate, even more baggies.
Are these actually? Sometimes they're double-sided.
Well, not these ones. Maybe actually.
You want to open one up?
Yeah, I'll open up if you keep
going. Keep going. This is for the map key. So you put your card kind of in there, and then that way you hold it up, and now both players can see their respective side. So that's how that works. That's the catalog. Here are the rules. Real quick, I'll flip through this real fast. It's very simple. You have your 5x5 grid. You have your key that you're trying to get your friend to flip over. You can only give 1-word clues and a number. So when you're talking, there's no table talk. It's simply like, let's say I had to get Evan to pick drum was the code name, right? So if I said percussion 1, and he looked at the board and drum was the only thing related to percussion, he'd be like, oh, it's probably drum, I'm gonna pick drum. But say there was like drum and then next to that was cymbal. If I said percussion 1, he's gonna look at those cards and say, oh, Is it the cymbal? Is it the drum?
Right.
I've got to think like Adam. What would he say? So he's got to pick from there. So when you're giving your clues, you have to keep that in mind. And when you're trying to guess your clues, you kind of have to think like your friend, which is also a challenge.
What's different from this game, though, from the base game, is when that number you say, that's how many you are giving a clue at how many it corresponds with. But in this game, you can actually have as many guesses as you want.
Yeah.
So in the base game, you could have as many guesses plus 1 to the number that they gave you.
Oh,
so, so if you said percussion 2, you could have 2 plus 1 guesses, so 3 guesses total. Yeah. In this game, you have an infinite amount of guesses in your turn. And you are correct, actually. These are double-sided cards.
Okay, sweet.
Which, I mean, is great because it's more
replay value.
More replay value. This one's actually a blank card.
Oh.
So you could probably make your own words.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, so if you've never played Codenames, you definitely should give it a shot.
It's a fantastic game.
If you've never played it, if you've got Codenames and you're in love with that game, you should totally pick this one up too, because it's just more cards.
Yeah.
The key cards also here, just to show you real fast, there are some overlaps.
Yes.
So that's kind of a big deal, and this is something that's interesting too. Just because a card might be a spy for you, might be a good one for you, it could actually be an assassin for your friend. So that could mess with them. But just keep that in mind when you're playing. So you each have a different set of cards.
Yeah, how they did it too was this is your map. You have 3 assassins on your map. One of these is going to be a green for them. One of these is going to be a civilian for them, and one of these is also going to be an assassin for them. That's how they did it. So it's tricky, very tricky.
Very tricky. So that's part of the fun. Yeah, and then last but not least in the box, you got a couple more things.
Yeah.
Oh, we got that map we were talking about?
So let's describe this. So this is very interesting. You start off in Prague, and if you want to do this, you go to the next place, depending on the board. Connected to it. The first number you see under Prague is the number of turns you get. And then the next number is how many of those turns you can have for guessing civilians. So what I mean by that is, the base game, you have 9 turns.
Holy crap.
And you have 9 civilians you can accidentally guess.
Okay, those are accidentally guesses.
Yeah. So for instance, if I had him guess a word and he accidentally guessed a civilian, that takes up 1 of the civilian. Yeah. If you go to Berlin, you have 11 turns. However, you only have 2 civilians to guess. Meaning if you guess more than 2 civilians during your game, you lose.
That means like Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
Or actually Vatican City's ridiculous.
Yeah, Vatican City's crazy. 8 turns, 0 guesses on civilians. You can't mess up once. Basically, it makes civilians assassins too.
Yeah.
Which is really tough.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's
so
keep track.
Comes a good pad of that.
And then we've got all of the spy
outs.
cards that punch out.
Yeah, the spies are green colored this time instead of red and blue like in the base game, or yellow in the, or actually it's still red and blue in the pictures, but yeah.
Yep. So it's just cool, bunch of different spies. I got Jamie Lee Curtis, Will Smith.
Yeah, there you go.
Archer. Yep.
What is his name? From Transporter?
Oh,
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Yeah. So
just kidding, that's not actually them, but
these are the civilians. They're smaller, as you can see. They're the turn markers, and that means your turn is over, stuff like that. It comes with 2 blue ones. These are if, like, for instance, you go to Berlin, you have 2 more turns than 9. You have 2 more civilians. So yeah, punch outs.
Punch outs.
And that is it.
Very cool. I like this.
Yeah.
I like the expansion. I like the extra assassins. I guess, if you really wanted to, you could use those instead of the blue or red cards.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to, I guess you probably still have to use it. It's fully compatible.
Oh, yeah, fully compatible.
Cool,
yeah.
I like it. Let's hop out for a really quick recap. Well, that was Codenames Duet. I gotta say, man, I like it. I like the co-op aspect of this one. I like the way they changed it up, but it still feels very familiar at the same time. Yeah, so, man, can we just play?
Yeah, let's do it. Right. Wait, we have something to go over?
Yeah, that's true. Let's crunch some numbers on this one real quick. This is Codenames Duet. Again, fully compatible with any other Codenames.
Yeah.
It's just more words.
Yeah, basically.
Essentially. You would just use the extra words and not the green agent tokens. But
right.
What's the age range on this one?
It's, I think 10 and up, 11 and up is what's recommended, yeah.
And it is for 2 or more players.
Yes.
You could have 2 sides working together, but...
It is designed for a 2-player game, but
hence the duet.
Definitely more than 2 players can be added.
What's the runtime on this one?
It's 20 minutes or so. It's not that bad. 15 minutes is what's on the box, so yeah, not bad. And it's 1995 too, which is not a bad price.
Wow, yeah. So if you already have a set of Codenames and you've already gone through all the words...
Yeah.
and you're looking to add 400 more words, pick this one up, and then you can also now play the 2-player version of it.
Yeah.
You know, just you and a buddy. So you guys can practice your code words.
Yeah, very
So you can, when you play in a big game, you're ready to rock and roll. Yeah, but very cool stuff. And this one's brand new.
Brand new, just came out in stores.
Sweet. I'm going to go pick this one up. I'm AdamHarry from Bowls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.